Hey guys, how's it going? I just have a quick rushed out video for you guys today to give you all a bit of a recap on the Halo Infinite news that we've gotten over the last 2 days at E3. Campaign information was rather short this year, just some cutscene stuff involving Chief and what appears to be a new Cortana fragment, but like I said, it's all just teaser information, so not really much substantive. What is much more substantive is the multiplayer information that we've finally had bestowed upon us. Much lamented by myself among others in the community, up until now we've seen literally no multiplayer footage at all. Fortunately, 343 has decided to finally show us what they've been working on in a quick 2.5-minute teaser trailer and a 12.5-minute more in-depth commentary about what they've made so far and their general design philosophy for the multiplayer aspect of the game. Now, I want to be extra clear about what we've been shown. We have not been given an extended preview of what a multiplayer match will look like. We have not been shown real gameplay footage. We have been shown a series of pre-rendered setup clips by the devs that generally show what multiplayer might look like, and it is very much a trailer. We do not yet know how the game will flow, but that does not mean this information is not valuable. Quite to the contrary, because while what we have seen has been highly selected for and edited, it still gives us a glimpse at what kind of things we can expect, helped by the developer commentary. So first things first, what kind of Halo game are we getting? Well, it appears that we're going to get something a bit more traditional than Halo 4 or 5 to appease older fans of the series while maintaining modern elements to appease newer players. We're getting equal starts and what seems to be a focus on the arena shooter gameplay the series is known for. Elements of advanced movement return with sprint, slide, and clamber, but things like thrusters and ground pound from Halo 5 are absent. Equipment as map pickups has returned a la Halo 3, but appears to behave a bit more like armor abilities from Reach or 4 with the capability to be used multiple times. Thus far, we've seen the grappling hook and deployable shield in previous trailers, but a couple new ones have been revealed at E3. A deployable IR scanner that pings an area that gives you wall hacks on anyone within the ping was shown, as well as some sort of reflector thing, but you can also use it to bounce yourself up. Certainly looks interesting, to say the least. I actually like this implementation of equipment in this manner, and I agree with the devs when they said that it'll make players have to choose what pickups to prioritize on a map. Speaking of pickups, power-ups are back with both overshield and active camo confirmed, but instead of instantly being activated, they go into the player's inventory and can be used at any time. I actually really dislike this change for the way it will impact the flow of the game. The way these power-ups have traditionally worked in the past encouraged a more proactive playstyle, a use it or lose it kind of mentality that forces players to make the most of the limited time from picking them up. While this hasn't been lost entirely, as you will drop the power-up like a weapon when you die, it certainly has become a lot less time sensitive and encourages slower gameplay. Moving on, 4v4 Arena wasn't the only thing that was touched on in this reveal. We also got a dedicated section to Big Team Battle. It looks like Warzone has been done away with and BTB is back as the big chaotic social mode. There's a bit more emphasis on vehicle combat and team fights, and also making BTB feel like an actual war rather than just arena but bigger. I know many players were concerned after seeing a clip from the Day 1 teaser trailer about vehicles being dropped off near players and drop pods with weapons in them having flashbacks to Halo 4's horrendous killstreak system, but those worries were quickly quelled by a tweet from Unisheck saying that those are not ordnance drops, just a more immersive way for weapons and vehicles to be deployed to the battlefield. With that concern settled, I think it's safe to say this will probably be a good thing. It certainly beats weapons and vehicles just appearing, and I really like this change. Speaking of weapons and vehicles, what new stuff have we seen? There are, of course, the things that we saw in last year's trailer still present, but in addition to those, we have also gotten a glimpse at a couple new weapons, such as this weird, bouncy incineration cannon looking thing, and a massive anti-vehicle skewer. On the vehicle end of things, it looks like the Brute Chopper has finally made its return, and there is a new Warthog-like vehicle called the Razorback, which I googled and found out is also a type of wild pig. Good job, 343. In lieu of the turret on the back of the Hog, there is instead a storage space to put weapons, explosives, mounted turrets, or players on. When it comes to vehicle combat, I, and I'm sure many of you will agree, absolutely love team-focused rides, and this seems to be a great addition with lots of potential. Vehicle damage seems to be much more dynamic as well, with parts such as wheels being blown off that can potentially damage the effectiveness of vehicles. This is a super interesting change, and I think it'll help alleviate the snowball effects many vehicles have in Halo. Additionally, once a certain damage threshold has been met, vehicles will enter a doomed status, where after a certain period of time or additional damage, it will blow up. This kinda sucks. If I recall correctly, this was a thing in the Halo Reach beta, and let's just say there's a reason it never made it out of beta. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see how this plays out in test flighting. Speaking of which, test flights were confirmed, but we don't quite have a solid time frame for them yet, just at some point in the future. If I were to wager a guess based entirely on nothing, just like a real YouTuber, I'd say that we'll probably see something around maybe August or end of summer or so. It's hard to say. We've also received a good bit more information on how customization will work in this game, and oh man, were they not kidding back when they said that they were drawing inspiration from Reach in that department. I made a video some months ago talking about how this was something that worried me based on what we saw already, but this has reassured me quite a bit. Not only will customization be incredibly in-depth, with virtually every aspect of your Spartan being customizable from armor pieces and armor effects to weapons to voice, even to body type, prosthetic limbs, and custom AI, what's more is we know for sure everything will be directly unlockable from a single source only. Rec packs are out, Battle Pass is in, which is no surprise after looking at MCC, and nothing on the Battle Pass will be purchasable directly with cash. Additionally, Battle Passes will never go away, and old ones can still be purchased out of season, eliminating a major source of FOMO other games with systems like this have. Destiny. However, the way that they worded it does imply that we will see some sort of directly purchasable cosmetic features that will not be available on the Battle Pass. Depending on how this is implemented, we may not be out of FOMO waters just yet. It's entirely possible we will see limited time content directly purchasable, or a rotating shop where you don't know what will come up when, or if something currently on there will show up again, like in Fortnite. I want to believe something like this won't happen, but I wouldn't get my hopes up for fear of being disappointed. Finally, there are a series of random things I noticed that I don't really know how to structure and aren't quite as substantive, so I'll just rattle off a list real fast. Real maps, not forged shit. Blocky Halo 5 map textures are gone, natural environments are back. Blood splatters are back. No more plastic soldiers from Halo 5, more realistic player models. Cross-platform progression, crossplay confirmed as expected. Red team versus blue team out. Custom armor colors with team-colored outlines in. Don't like this. Smart Scope from Halo 5 is back, seems kind of unnecessary and leads to weapon homogeneity. Spike grenades are back. Yay. X to pick up grenades? Limited access to different grenade types at a time? Grenades as equipment? Who knows? Gunplay seems reminiscent of Halo 5. Good. Bots and custom games. Training mode for multiplayer. Tutorials and the like. Plasma grenade weapon launches. Very cool. I like this feature a lot, even if I suck at it. Hayabusa Kids Part 2? No sign of Promethean weapons, good riddance, nobody liked them anyway. Very clean looking UI, reminds me of Halo 5. Commitment to adding new stuff to multiplayer like they did in Halo 5, as long as we don't get a bare bones experience at launch, nice. Hard to tell, but aim assist seems toned down a bit from Halo 5. Time to kill might also be a bit longer than Halo 5. Hard to tell, again, but it seems good. Alright, I think that covers just about everything for now. I'll try and keep you guys updated if we get any more big info or information on flighting. Got some new videos of other stuff coming soon, not just Halo, for those of you who like to watch my other stuff. Be sure to comment if I missed anything and let me know your takes on what we've seen. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and sub to the channel if you can. It's free and it would help me out a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again real soon.